What's going on YouTube? It's your boy CamATL and welcome back to another NFL video with your boy. Drop a like down below because I already know you're gonna love it. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Comment anything in the comment section to enter your name into the $50 giveaway I do every single week on this channel. This video is going to cover the Thursday night showdown between Atlanta and Carolina. Extremely excited about this game. I get to see my Falcons on prime time, so that's awesome. So let's go ahead and get straight into it. I'm not going to keep up too much of your time. Greenlightdfs.com to join the squad, and let's get it. Starting off at captain, my favorite captain on this slate is going to be Marcus Mariota. Marcus Mariota gives you that rushing ability. All right, plain and simple. This matchup is perfect for Mariota to shine once again, like he did in the last matchup between those two. Mariota just anytime you get a rushing quarterback like this who does in fact like to take off a good bit, good matchup here against Carolina, and there's possibility that there's going to be some rain and stuff like that too. So Marcus Mariota is probably going to have to run a little bit more. I love Mariota. That rushing floor gives him a solid floor at captain. So I've really loved the versions that I've made with Mariota at captain. At flex, DJ Moore is going to be one of the guys I prioritize because I'm expecting Carolina to be down, and obviously DJ Moore is the biggest targeted player on Carolina. So as we saw, he had a huge game last game, a lot to do with that last minute bomb that scored him that touchdown at the end of the game. But DJ Moore, plain and simple, is just getting a huge usage rate in this Carolina offense, and he's one of the focal points for me on this slate. Seeing the amount of attention he gets on that Carolina offense, like 30% target share on the as from the wide receiver standpoint. So DJ Moore is a fantastic option at 9-2. I absolutely love him. Finishing it off, I'm going to pair Marcus Mariota up with Kyle Pitts. Kyle Pitts and Drake London both have a Drake London has a 30% usage rate target share. Kyle Pitts has about a 29% target share. Kyle Pitts is 7K. Drake London is 8-2. So if I have to choose one, I'm siding with Pitts. Cordero Patterson being back is going to open some up more for these guys, I believe. I do like Drake London as well. Like I said, I'm citing Kyle Pitts in the core just because he's cheaper and he's up there with target share as well. Like he's heavily targeted here. Mariota's going to definitely look for him a lot here. And in the red zone, he's been looked for a lot. So I like going with Kyle Pitts. Um, Outside of that, whoever starts, pay attention to the Carolina starting situation, whether it's going to be PJ Walker or Baker Mayfield's going to be back starting. Pay attention to that, obviously. The situation between Dante Foreman and the other running back for Carolina, Chuba Hubbard, is a confusing one, but I'm expecting Dante Foreman to be the main guy for Carolina, and he's the guy that I would prioritize. He is in a solid spot here against Atlanta, so I really love Dante Foreman. Chuba Hubbard's going to get some run. He's been getting full practices in, so he'll be back. But I do expect a split, and I expect it to be a lopsided split with Foreman getting most of them, with how well Foreman's been doing, and Chuba Hubbard kind of getting some sprinkle in to warm back up. So at 5'8", Chuba Hubbard is an option because, like I said, the weather here is going to be rainy too, so it'll side the run game as well. So Chuba Hubbard and Foreman can both be played. I side Foreman if you got to pick one. Outside of that, we have, let's see. There's not a ton of cheap value that I like. I really like the balanced approach here. The cheapest that I like going is like a kicker with Young Hoku. Um, I prefer kickers in domes, but that's fine. Young Hoku's fine. They should should not struggle at all getting down into the red zone against Carolina. Neither team should really struggle getting into the red zone. So both kickers can end up having solid days as long as the wind doesn't end up being too crazy strong or the rain's too crazy hard by near lock. Both kickers are in play for me. Terrence Marshall Jr. has become the second favorite target on Carolina. Terrence Marshall is a guy who is an option, but I'm definitely not siding with him over London. London just gets more target share, plain and simple, and he's probably the play that I side with there. And I already have DJ Moore. I don't really want a ton of Carolina, honestly. I think Atlanta is the team that I'm wanting to get most focused on. But on the Carolina side, I do like DJ Moore and I do like both of the running backs. That's really what I'm interested in on the Carolina side. On the Atlanta side, it's Kyle Pitts, Mariota, and then I'm not ready to pay 11.8 for Cordero Patterson yet. He could have a solid game though, and if you want to get different in GPPs, if you're making multiple lines, sure, get some with him in. But if you're just making one line, it's probably more optimal to kind of balance out from there. Both kickers, like I said, pay attention to the weather. Um, On that Atlanta side, that's about it. Drake London, Kyle Pitts, Cordero Patterson is your focus. Those are the options you want. Kyle Pitts and London are obviously priority, seeing that they're much cheaper than Cordero Patterson is. So we got Mariota as a solid floor captain option. He's going to be able to do it through the air and with his feet here. Love him at captain, gives you a safe captain option. DJ Moore running it back on the other side. He is the highest targeted guy on Carolina. He has all the offense they have over there. Kyle Pitts paired up with Mariota. You don't necessarily have to pair up Mariota with anyone, but Kyle Pitts has been the guy Mariota's been looking for in the red zone. And on top of his 29% target share in the offense, he's also getting a heavy target share in the red zone from Mariota. So expect Mariota and Kyle Pitts to connect in the red zone for another touchdown tonight. And outside of that, like I said, I like Dante Foreman. I like Chuba Hubbard. Chuba Hubbard should get, I don't know, 8 to 10 carries probably, maybe some red zone carries, maybe get in the end zone. So I like both the running backs on Carolina. They're both solid options for me, but if I have to pick one, it's Foreman. Um, let's see. Chenault is an option as a value at 3K for Carolina if you want to go that route. Terrence Marshall, I like. So that's pretty much it. I've pretty much broken down how I'm going to play this slate. I'm not going to go very cheap today. I'm not interested in many cheap options today. Um, I'm interested in PJ Walker or Baker, depending on who starts there. They definitely need to be considered because Carolina will be behind and have to throw a lot, and Atlanta has really given it up to quarterbacks and wide receivers. So it's a great way to pair up PJ Walker with DJ Moore or Baker Mayfield paired with DJ Moore against this bad defense of Atlanta's secondary. Our secondary is really struggling. So that's about it, y'all. Thank you guys for joining me as always. GreenlightDFS.com, pretty straight and to the point, under 7 minutes. We got this slate broken down, so I'm excited for the slate. I'm going to be doing more research on it as well as studying NBA throughout the day, as you know. So come lock, we'll kind of have the most optimal versions made and posted at Greenlight DFS. Thank you guys for joining me, and I'm out. Peace. Good luck tonight.